work in the style of the photographer Todd Henson. He takes a lot of nature photos, and some of them he creates these really cool and symmetrical patterns out of, often featuring trees. So, one of my favorites is this one that's on the screen right now, where you are looking up a tree with a really interesting perspective, almost from like a worm's eye view, where you can still see all the branches, but you can still see the tree trunk as well, against a really bright blue sky. So, starting with this image, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. It's a really interesting photo shoot to go and do. So, go for a walk, look at the trees, but stand at the very foot of the tree, put your camera almost against the tree trunk, and then point it up in order to capture that perspective. Do that on lots of different trees. You'll have lots of different images to work from and have a good range to choose from for your edits. When you load your picture up in Photopea or Photoshop, I'm going to do photopea.com just because it's accessible for free from home. All I want you to do is to start by changing the canvas size, because we want to double the width and double the height. So I'm going to go 1600 width and there we go. So zooming out a little bit, you'll see now that that picture feels massive, and I'm going to grab the move tool, zoom out so I can see the full screen, and then I'm going to put that in a corner, in the central point. From there, I'm going to copy and paste it, and then I'm going to flip it round. So you'll see it's on another layer, transform vertically, and then match that up. So that could be your first edit if you wanted to stop at that point. But to make it more interesting, if you merge those layers over here, so right click and merge when they're both selected, copy and paste it or duplicate the layer, then go to image, edit, transform, and this time we're going to flip it horizontally so that it matches up in the middle. And you'll see that we start to get those patterns. I clearly didn't do my maths properly because we've got that gap at the end. But there we go. It's that simple. On reflection, this probably wasn't the best image to choose. I think there's probably too much of a tree trunk in that image. So what I could do at this point, and I will do this just to show you, thinking about it from a student point of view. So I wouldn't delete that. I would include a version of that in my GCSE or A-Level portfolio to show that I have tested it. And actually it shows good development if you are reflecting on something and going, I think I could do it a bit better somehow. So I'm now going to delete that layer. I'm going to cut out a lot of this picture. So around here was your central point. I'm going to take out a bit more than that. And I'm going to take out a bit of a tree trunk. Going to delete that section, and let's see if we can make it look more interesting. So copy and paste that layer, duplicate it here. Same thing again, do the vertical flip, and now join those two together. Yeah, I prefer that. So merge those two. Duplicate that layer. Flip it horizontally this time. And then crop that picture at the end. Completely different picture, even though we only actually made a very small adjustment to the original image. So go away and play around with it. It's a really easy one to do. You could do it with loads of different pictures, and every time you're going to get a completely different picture. In fact, there's something else you could try that I've just thought about. If you switch those over, if you put the one image on the right on the left and the image underneath on the other side, you going to change your picture completely again. Just make sure it's lined up there, which is not quite completely. If I nudge it up with the arrow tool, if you can't quite get it in position. There we go. So like I said, completely different again. And that works quite well. So test it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed because I've got loads more videos for you. And as a photography teacher with years and years of experience, I am creating these edits from a student perspective on what is going to get you the best possible marks when you're working in the style of your photographers. So hopefully these are helpful. Do let me know what you think. And if you've got any requests, let me know in the comments.